Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity. Last episode, we created our character, Laniara. Yes, a woman this time. I figured I'd give it a little change of pace. Why not? We're on our way somewhere to, town. What is the town called again? The Gilded Vale, that's right. And unfortunately, I've gotten a little sick, so I need to go find some berries. The guy in charge here is sending me with, Kalisha here in order to try and find them. But we can talk to her. Let's see what happens.
Springberries grow wild all over the place here. Keep your eye out.
Okay, then. Tab is clearly a key to know. These tall green pillars appear as if they have sprouted from the earth. The flickering fire sets shadows dancing within.
Go on then, before it gets too dark.
Most people you encounter in the world are neutral or friendly. You can interact with them by clicking on their selection circle. Many characters will simply greet you and go on their way, but others will have larger conversations to explore. The merchant Heodan has a conversation that opens a store with equipment for sale.
Sure.
And lockpick is failed. We can't open it. We need mechanics 2 at least, which we don't have. There's Heodan. And we can get minor regeneration and some coins. Potion of minor regeneration. These blue... okay, that basically heals us, I think. Anyone need supplies? I've got them for sale. You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He shakes his head and laughs when he notices you. He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Who are you?
I'm a trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
Oh, we might as well try. My thoughts exactly.
Something else you need? Looks like we're settled for the night.
Oh, how about you tell me about the Adir Empire?
It's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big. The mainland is a continent northwest of here, but the colonies used to include Raed Ceres and the Deerwood. About 150 years ago, Deerwood won its independence from the Empire, a fact our companions are quick to remind me of.
He gives you a lopsided grin and nods at the other scattered caravaneers. Why'd you move all the way out here?
Because it seemed friendlier than Raed Ceres? My brothers took over the family mercantile business a few years ago, and there wasn't enough for me to do back home. I moved out to try and expand.
He shrugs. Deerwood is a former Adir colony, so it seemed like a good place to start. And as much as I admire the Raed Ceres' work ethic, they've always struck me as a little fanatical. Sounds reasonable enough. Out here, I'm just taking it one day at a time. Let's see what you've got. Stores allow you to trade and sell your items for copper pieces or items in the store's inventory. Merchants buy items from you at a greatly reduced price. If you sell something, you may see it appear in the store's inventory with a much higher cost, and they periodically refresh their inventories. Okay. So, let's see. That's the party and that's the stash. So, if there's any kind of gear that I want, I can get it. Lockpicks are expensive. Actually, a lot of this stuff is expensive. 38 copper for each of them. Except the, two-handed weapons. Well, I'll stick with what I got, I think. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, that's just narrowing it down. And nothing in particular I want. But thank you very much. Oh, damn it. Give me a moment. I need to change something here. Okay, that's much better. Just had to make a slight change to the controls there. Let's see. Deer wooden clothing and a lockpick. Good, we do need those. Well, I guess the clothing we don't really need. Yeah, it's basically just clothing. Recovery speed is lower, but it offers no protection whatsoever. I think I can just put it in the stash and it'll be sold. Alright. I think there's only like one way we can really go. So, let's head out. May as well head to the southeast first. Oh, we found some horses, and there's... what's this? Orland's Cradle. An ingredient, okay. The fallen tree doesn't budge. Sap oozes from the jagged wound in its
Not looking
trunk.
forward to trying to lift that thing tomorrow.
Yeah, I imagined. Yeah, that's a dead end. Leads nowhere. Exploration is key in Pillars of Eternity. As you make your way through the Eastern Reach, open the area map to see what parts of the map you've already been to, and what's left to explore. Which we can see right here. It does seem like this is the only direction we can go. Well, there is a split here. Sparfell.
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
Alright then. Thank you for the information. Admeth's Writ. This path winds through a narrow canyon back the way you came.
Shouldn't stray too far.
Grooves in the road mark the passage of hundreds of caravans.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
That's probably where we go, I guess. Oh! We've got a wolf. Pillars of Eternity combat uses a pausable real-time system. Because you will often manage more than one character at a time, it's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders, and resume real-time to see the orders play out. The options menu also contains many choices for automatic pausing when certain conditions are met. Okay. Let's try a knockdown. One of your characters is being engaged in melee. When characters are engaged, they immediately stop moving. If they move again, they will provoke a disengagement attack from the enemies engaging them. Characters will also automatically engage enemies when they initiate attacks against them with melee weapons. All characters, friend and foe, have 4 primary defenses against attacks: deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. These defenses are based on yada yada. Accuracy is compared to the appropriate defenses when an attack is made. If accuracy is below the targeted defense, the attack suffers a penalty to the roll, and it is more likely to result in a miss. If it's above the defense, the attack is more likely to crit. Damage reduction reduces incoming damage. Okay, if you're having difficulty, try switching to a weapon or attack that does different damage type. Most enemies are strong against 1 or 2 damage types and weak against a similar number. Oh, I did knock it down. Okay. And there we go. You scored a crit. Okay. We're good. And we've got a wolf hide.
Got it.
Those are probably the berries
This
I
is it.
need. But I kind of want to see what's elsewhere here first. I'm very curious. I want to explore before I grab it. Also, this should go in there, I think. It'll be worth it to sell some of those things. Let's see. It looks like there's more to look around at here. Looks like we found the river. There is a way over the river. Oh dear. I'm not sorry. Oh dear. Travelers maybe, or looters, or bandits. Bad sign any way you figure it. The corpse is cold to the touch, and a ripe smell wafts from it in putrid waves. A dark, crested bloodstain besmirches its simple linen clothing. Leather armor and more lockpicks. The leather armor... we'll pass on it. Send it to the stash. Okay, so there is still the other side of this. I'm gonna throw down a save before we take a look at the other side of this bridge. Alright, let's head down and take a look. Use the tab to highlight interactable objects in the environment. Yes, I figured out that much. Not seeing anything down here. Looks like an old campfire was here. Interesting. Deer cap. Okay, that's another ingredient.
This is recent. Not good.
The footprints around the campfire are indistinct and may have been here for days or longer. Beer. Sure, pick it up. Doesn't look like there's anything else. What's the purpose of beer? +1 damage reduction for 300 seconds. While few foreigners have much kind to say about the beer in the Deerwood, where locals prefer to indulge in narcotics, beer is still a staple in every inn, home, and drunken feud. So if we really wanted to get drunk, we could. Alright, let's head up here again. I think it was... No, it was over here, behind the wolf we killed. There we go. Odemo said you were some kind of colonist before coming here. If that's the case, you'll fit right in. The whole country's a bunch of colonists. You like frontier life, or what? So we have some RP options here to make choices for. I was there to pacify the land. Oh, no. Well, there was a fortune to be made where I was. Yeah? How is it you happen to come here? Oh, how is it you happen to come here? I thought it was what I wanted. Turns out I was wrong. Some things just aren't in the stars and there's no changing it. Makes you wonder if the gods like putting us in situations that can't be resolved just to see what we'd do. Kalisha breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Raedric's offer. Makes a girl think, I'll give him that. You here to settle like the rest of the lot? It's a hard offer to pass up. You won't find many offers like it in these parts, believe me. Got some big plan in store? I'm gonna settle here and start a new life. Well, who knows? Raedric pays well enough. Maybe we end up neighbors. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Odemo will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Why are you here? Kalisha sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried. That's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work in Ixamiddle. But I'd do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me, so I'm here, and we'll see. Odemo I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive a route this way, but he's doing it for me. Tell me about yourself. I've got simple needs. I like open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wonders, too. We started in Deerwood, but my parents ended up in the Living Lands. I've got a brother in Rawatai and another in Adir. My sister in Gilded Vale, she's the only real homebody. What can you tell me about Deerwood? I'm not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Adir Empire. Broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. I've been out of touch, but I've been hearing weird kinds of things about it lately. People having trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them. Been going on for years now, but somehow it's getting worse. I'll have to ask my sister more about it. Alright, let's get back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfell's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like when he feels like it. We should check up on him, slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come on, let's get you your water. Alright, find Sparfell. Last I saw him, he was right over here. And he's definitely not. Alright, let's head down to the river.
What a surprise. Sparfell went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Kalisha waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. Out of the trees emerges Sparfell, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness to his gait, his stride wobbly as he moves toward you with labored breath.
Sparfell? Are you alright?
Sparfell's toe catches on a rock and he collapses forward in a heap, the feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. Uh-oh.
Ambush!
Looks like we got two. Alright, I'll take out this one, you take out that one. Go for it. Whoever does the first kill, get over here. Sometimes a weapon or spell simply isn't well suited to penetrating an enemy's damage reduction. When the attack hits, the DR will wipe out all but a small percentage of the incoming damage. You'll hear your characters complain about it when it happens. Take heed, note the damage type that's being blocked, and switch to a weapon or spell that does a different damage type. Okay, Kalisha, get down here. Help me out with this hunter. Almost got him. There we go.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Also, pick up all the loot here that we can. And I'm pretty sure I could use this hunting bow as a secondary weapon. Probably a wise idea, if need be. And switch to a new weapon via that. Alright, let's get back. Nope, that wasn't the right way to get back. We gotta go around this way. My mistake. Yep, more hunters. Get some damage in on these things. These guys. Almost got him. There we go. Loot the body. Oh dear. All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Kalisha puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stands above the fallen, treading on the limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Heoden, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. The ruin has not been sullied by our hands, men of Erglanfath. You now have one rank and a disposition reputation. These reputations represent how people perceive your personality. Even seemingly nasty reputations will be favored by some people, and benign often bring out the worst in certain people. No disposition is inherently good or bad in Pillars of Eternity, but if your main character is a priest or paladin, you must be careful not to misalign their dispositions with what is favored by their deity. Okay. For the main character only, their dispositions will modify the effects of Holy Radiance for priests and faith and conviction for paladins. Your words carry no weight when I have seen the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them. They mean to kill us. Judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck, I'm guessing you're worshippers of Galawain. If Galawain told you to stop protecting... That seems cruel. Why would I make that point out? Only a fool attacks a weak enemy while a stronger one yet lives. The man considers this, looking you up and down. Yet. He shoves Heoden toward you. As he does so, the man rakes his blade against Heoden's torso. Heoden screams and stumbles forward, a wide gash in his clothing beginning to bloom crimson. The man sets his feet to engage you, his axe raised high. Alright, let's try and get a knockdown on this guy. You, knock down the other guy. Okay, get the other guy dead. There we go. Okay. Good news is we got him. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful grasps. He does not look at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible, beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good. Good. The gods are just. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending posts and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rending you apart from within. Seated against a wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom slashed across chest and bowel, Odema's body stirs, and with great effort, he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
Oh dear. So that's a Beowulf. Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off of your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Heoden trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers, who had been feigning death, lunges for Heoden and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Heoden lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They're close to you. Despite the wind, from your position, if you were to throw your weapon at the attacker, you would have a good chance of hitting your mark. Don't have much of a choice, throw it. Your aim is true, and the hit jars Heoden loose. Lurching to his feet, Heoden clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Hayden to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There's a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight.
Was that?
A Bewick. Had to be.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside. Can you walk?
Hayden's jaw tightens. He nods. Alright. Well, good news is we made it through. Bad news is I don't have a weapon now. And now we've got Hayden here, which is something. I'm gonna try and hold on to all of those. You've got a bunch of daggers. If you don't mind, I'd appreciate being able to use one. It's not a sword, but it's at least something. Oh wow, we can actually do crafting if we wanted. I guess that's what ingredients are going to be needed for. That's for something else. Okay. Alright, we'll need to find our way out of here. And yeah, we still need to get through the ruins. Okay. Well. Okay, addendum added. Yeah, we know about that. Oh, there is actually more information there. Good to know. And as we kill creatures, I guess we'll be getting more information on them in the bestiary if we wish to look at it. Okay. I'm going to have to end this episode here. Next episode, we're going to have to see if we can get through these ruins. Things went wrong, but we're at least alive still, somehow. Next episode, Into the Ruins. Till then, I am Chester44, also known as Phalai. That is Laniara, Kalisha, and Hayden. This has been a Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity, and I shall see you all next time.